upon Huidobro's grave, October 12, 2014, Mapuche Resistance Day. The destructivist destroys poetry in its censored shapes, obsolete complicities, canonical restrictions, demystifies it, dismembers it, bites it, tears it, turns it to toilet paper, to origami, to poetry in Hokkien. Destructivism creates through destruction. Destruction is the path to creation. Poetry is reaction. Poetry is resistance. Poetry breaks conventions, regulations, destroys political, social, religious, canonical impositions. The destructivist poet, male, female, queer, is not subject to trends, concrete geographies. Emerges in Santiago, New York, Taipei, Bergen, in the viscera of electronic interface, in the global stratosphere. Appears free of wrongs and restrictions, free of canonical riddling and enigma which exclude and include in the service of interests and discretion, fellatio and bargain basement paperwork. With destructivism, one overcomes expectation and canon. Every destructivist a poem remakes the canon, dictated by nobody, imposed by nobody. Nobody is a god unchained, a restless gremlin who excites and repels, is the destructivist muse through antonomasia, and we honor nobody. Because nobody doesn't dictate, doesn't impose. Binaries rupture, man-woman, reader-writer, paper code, creator-creature, a unified ideographed full freedom of reaction and destruction. The poem creates the author and not the other way round. The poet is and is not God according to the degree determined by the poem, because the God of institution and ritual doesn't exist. Since they don't exist, they are not and have never been anything but conventions, which the destructivist poet destroys and renews, returning to the chaos of origin, to nobody's chaos. Free fall into the sky, free fadll into the paper, the keyboard, the apps, free of social extraction, of racist and classist implication, of restrictive etiquettes, of imperial veracity, of sacrosanct wars and consumerist avowal. Destructivism resists, repels machismo, conformismo, social control, barcodes. Poetry is in the metropolis, on the mountain, inside moons, and it is not. Genres and boundaries shatter. Genres of sexualities, literature, coding, all unbalanced conventions that stultify, marginalize, confuse, kill. Poetry, art, binary code, multimedia are interchangeable products in the construction of new rituals. There is no hierarchy or authority. Destructivism is fundamental and irrefutably anarchic. Monarchy, dictatorship, all institutionalized religion. Its opposites. Commitment to justice is a kind of destruction of political hegemony, liberating and redeeming us. Social and historical commitment is a destructivist exercise transforming convention into verse. The tree exists nowhere but in software and interface. Reality does not exist if it is neither augmented nor diminished. Technological passion is a weapon loaded with future. Verse is a usurped convention and word. It must be revitalized with inversion and wink, vomit and collision. Taboo is a destructivist tool. It renews and requires both gaze and reaction, overcomes arcane sanctimony, frees, proclaims, seduces, connects with that which moves in a reality. God, definitively, is not. The destructivist poet proclaims absolute freedom in the poem, without tension or inquisition, without original sin, or baggage. Free fall. Tina Skaja, poet destructivist A. English translation by Kristen Dykstra. Santiago, New York, Burlington, Bergen, December 2014. ELO2021.